Welcome to the world of my quilts. I wanted to show you a little bit of my world here in the garden where I have enjoyed so much making many of these projects, and also these two that you see right here are my latest, and then some of my first ones, and that one in the corner there, the lovely hexagonal one, was a gift, and all the way to my silk one, which I have hand dyed these strips of silk in 5 different colors to make this magnificent one-off quilt. And here at the bottom here we have my very first quilt, the one that's called Garden Path, the blue and white one on the top. I am going to talk you through some of them and show you the main features of them in this video. Hello and welcome to Fine Art Quilting. My name is Katarina and I really hope that you will like it here. I wanted to share with you a few of the first quilts that I have made. Starting with, I think this one was number 2 that I made for my daughter. Having machine quilted one quilt, I got confidence and experience that I could be making this. So I set out to make one for her when she was a little girl, and as you can tell, I chose very traditional sort of pattern with these stars. So it's all about triangles and piecing and then putting different colors together and making this nice patchwork quilt, because that is what I thought that quilting was all about, creating interesting designs out of different fabrics. I not only collected fabrics, but I have been given these as gifts, and as a fine artist, a painter, quilts have given me so much inspiration and so much creative freedom. So I'm not surprised where this path led me, but I'm showing you today the humble beginnings. This is another also early quilt, which is not much of a quilt really, apart from having obviously having the wadding inside and this lovely two-sided design. Obviously this fabric here, the blue and white, was so beautiful from Laura Ashley that I felt sorry to cut it up. So what I had created is this gentle zigzag line on the border, and I made it reversible with my all-time favorite gingham. And this quilt has been so used and loved, and it is still in service, full-time in service, as it is my daughter's favorite. That is until she sees the latest one that I had made for her. The idea came to me just before Christmas, and I asked my children what is the motif that they would like. If I was to make the quilt, what would they like to be their keepsake quilt? And not surprising, my son said that he would like his favorite car, which is a Wartburg, which is the very first car that my dad had, the very first car that both my brother and I drove, and also it happens to be the first car ever that my son drove when he was only 12 years old, my dad gave him inside our private property just one short length that he has driven this car, and he wanted that car to be on his quilt. I had absolutely no idea how I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you that quilt next. I filmed a short video showing you the actual car so that you can see the model of that. Okay, so this is how I decided to show it to you. My set is not very listening today, so this is that quilt and this is the car. The car is really was fun to make, was not challenging at all. First I created a drawing, and then out of that drawing I drew template pieces, and then I cut out those template pieces, and then I cut it out of fabric and I stitched it. And I believe that I have recorded another video telling you the story about the quilt, but here I wanted to share with you the finished quilt. And in this corner here you have my son and my daughter. At the bottom corner I will show you the whole quilt in a picture, but this is just to see it for scale. And they're actually wearing clothes that they wore when they were little boy and a girl. So he has got shorts and she has the skirt that my mom made her. So this is very much a keepsake. The house that you see here that I have embroidered is our family's dream home. Okay, so I was telling you about the house, which was mostly appliqued on, but there are some elements that have been embroidered, like name of the house. And this is actually our dream home, which is in Serbia, which we have built brick by brick. My dad had this idea, which he one day drew on the napkin, and it became a 3D house, which took us probably a couple of decades to have not just built, but actually furnished and completed and extended and got just right. Then we added artist studio at one point, and all of these things were just one addition after the next, and it was such joy to create. So I have done some recognizable elements of that place so that my son connects this car to the place itself. Let's see. There it is. It is very realistic, and I am very pleased with how it turned out. I just wanted to share with you another element which was most fun to create, and that is this element on the back of the quilt, which you can only see a heart shape in the same thread as this on the front, so it's not too obvious at all. But this is the signature of my keepsake quilts, these heirloom quilts that I'm making for them. I have been using materials that have been part of their children's clothing, as I have told you before as well. So I just love reusing these materials. I love the meaning that they have, and I like how they already have this built-in softness, and that just, it brings me joy knowing that they will, if they don't have memory of wearing these things, and who does, like, you know, we don't have memories wearing these clothes, but we see pictures, and they certainly have albums full of pictures in which they're wearing these clothes that they will then recognize. So that is the whole point, was to make something that is comfortable, that is comforting, and that also has a place in history, class. It's all reused, reimagined, repurposed, hence, and created into a fine art piece. This can be a wall hanging, or it can be quilt with which they cover themselves and use it as a comforter as well. So we have had a few quilts outside here, and I'm grateful to my neighbors that it wasn't too noisy, nor did we create too much noise with this. But I think I will take you indoors and then tell you more about the fun quilt that I have created for my daughter. Unlike my son, who wanted a car, she wanted a shark. And you can see this fun thing here is a shark fin. So that is her shark quilt just here, which is 98 or 99% completed. There is only one detail left to do on it, and that is sashiko stitches, because I want to give this nod, because I wanted something that is hand stitched and embroidered onto the quilt, same like I did with the house pieces for my son. This will be the waves that I create between the shark and the little girl who is swimming with shark, and the little girl who is actually wearing my daughter's dress and looks a whole lot like my daughter. I hope she will like it. Her brief for this quilt was shark, so she is a big fan of Jaws, the movie, and I didn't really want to create that because that isn't really my style, but then I came up with a compromise, and I hope that you will like it what I share with you, and I certainly hope that she will like it when she comes back from her trip and I reveal this as her birthday gift. So her birthday was just a couple of days ago, and she is on a trip, so when she comes back she has chosen to open her present then. So I will certainly tell you the reaction. Thank you so much for joining me in looking through my quilt collection. Things rarely go as they're planned when you are filming outside in the elements. I wanted to show you the entire collection in more detail, but I hope you will like this video and that you will hold space that we will do that another time in a more controlled situation, like indoors. See you next time. Thank you for watching.